What's up, beautiful people? It is your homegirl, Miss Shameless, all up in your building, and this video is all about how to make that dollar. Bill, make it right. Make it right. Make it right. Make it right. I only have $23 cash, which is a good day. Anyways, how do YouTubers make that money? How do I get paid? How am I affording this place and that ride and that tree growing behind me? So there are several ways. I've written them down. The first one is Google AdSense, affiliate and commission links, merchandising, meet and greets or events, brand deals, and then the trusted button up there that says donate to this channel or something like that. I forgot it was even there. But anyways, those are ways that YouTubers make money. So the first one, Google AdSense. That was the first one that I signed up for when I got onto YouTube. So you basically create an account through Google using your Gmail email, and you sign up, and you'll hear the term CPM rate, which stands for cost per milli. Milli is Latin for thousand, so cost per thousand. YouTubers get paid through the eCPM, which is the effective cost or clicks per milli. Description box. So that is a magical number that can fluctuate depending on the time of the year. Usually over the holidays, when companies want people to spend, they'll spend more dollars on advertising, and YouTubers could potentially earn more during that time. To figure out how much a YouTuber actually gets paid from that, or I get paid from that, you have to divide. I will put the equation right here. You take your total earnings, divide it by the total views, and multiply that by 1,000, and that gives you your effective CPM rate for the month. See, that way I don't mess it up. The second way is affiliate links and commission. This is another way to earn money, and this could be really big. For some YouTubers, it's like that's all they do because they make a lot of it. I personally don't make that much money through affiliate or commission links, and it could be anything. Say I'm wearing this lipstick and you're like, oh my god, I love that color, and I'm like, read the description box, info in the description box. There's going to be a unique link that you guys click, and it might have a tracker that says the link came from my channel, or a promo code, which will come back to the YouTuber that sent them, and I will make commission from that. So this company does not do commission, but I don't do makeup for affiliate links. I do tech stuff. So this camera is the Sony a6000. A lot of you guys have a lot of questions concerning the gear that I use. I always list it in the description box. So if you read it, you will see that there is a link to a store, and it is an Amazon store. Now, I personally am not responsible for the actual product. I just found it on Amazon, and I put it under Shameless Maya and said, here, this is where you can find everything that I use. You click on it. If you purchase it, I will get a commission. I don't know exactly how much the percentage is. Next is merchandising. I was selling beanies, tote bags, t-shirts, sweaters. So I sold merchandise. I got a certain percentage of that. After the cost, after the shipping, after all of this stuff, I got my little divvy up. Now, it could go beyond that. It could be creating your own makeup line. It could be collaborating with another designer. It could be selling a game, as long as it's a product. Then the next option is meet and greets and events. Say you wanted to meet me and I had an event and there were ticket sales. I'm not saying this is the case for every YouTuber. I've only got paid once from an event. I usually do it for free, and I personally don't charge my viewers to meet me, but I'm not opposed to it. I would do it if you guys were walking away with something tangible. And then finally, the brand deals. Oh my goodness. Brand deals are taking over YouTube, and it's like, oh, another sponsored video, what? The thing is, YouTubers don't charge you to watch the videos that take so much time to produce and make and to film and all of that stuff. And because you guys get to watch it for free, the logical thing to do is either do all of the above before I mentioned, or brand deal. And I do a lot of brand deals. For me, that's where I make a good chunk of my money. And I personally like it because it's like getting to work with a product that you like. You'd hope that you like. I work with things that I like, and I get to come up with creative ideas on ways to make that fun and interesting and entertaining. So the companies can either contact me directly or through a third party. So usually for me, that would be my MCN. YouTubers can be signed to an MCN, which is a multi-channel network. I'm signed to Maker Studios, and they are the ones responsible for, I would say, a good 95% of the brand deals that I do. There are companies that aren't necessarily MCNs, smaller companies like Niche. I don't really work with them that much. I'll put it in the description box, but they also work with influencers on different platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Vine, maybe Snapchat, I'm not too sure. A big department store company will go to the networks and say, we have this budget that we want to invest to get videos. Who do you have? I'm not entirely exactly sure how the back end works, but I will end up with a brand deal and I will pitch them on a concept. They will either say yes or no. Once it's approved, I shoot it, I edit it, I upload it, and then you guys watch it to give you context on how much that can be, because it can range from like hundreds of dollars to hundreds and thousands of dollars. When I was acting doing commercials without any speaking lines, you see me on television, if it's a US national commercial, I would make anywhere around $10,000 for, depending on the campaign, but for that run, without saying anything. Now on YouTube, I am speaking. Not only am I speaking, I am being specific about a product. And I'm not only telling you about it, I'm filming it by myself or with somebody else. I'm editing it by myself or with someone else, and then I'm uploading it onto my channel. Not onto television, not onto somewhere else that people can't comment. I'm uploading it onto my channel that I have spent years building. So I have to be very smart as to the brands that I work with. For me, to make the process simple, I only work with companies that I like and already use. And that just makes it simpler for me. So if a US national commercial is $10,000 to not say anything, that will give you perspective on how much a YouTuber gets paid to upload a video on their channel. And depending on their size, how many subscribers they have, how creative they are, how much production value they give, can all dictate how much they earn. And it fluctuates. So I'm not too sure how much one YouTuber makes versus another, but use your imagination. And then finally, this is the most recent one, support this channel button. I believe, I'm not sure, but I remember seeing it. Somebody gave me money one time. So thank you, whoever that one person was. But there's that option. And I haven't really seen YouTubers asking viewers to support their channel through that button, but it exists. And so maybe some other YouTubers getting paid that way. But those are, I believe, that's 6 ways that YouTubers make money. There could be more. I'm not aware of those ones, but those are the ones that I'm aware of. That's how YouTubers get paid. That's how I get paid. Now, I would love to know how you get paid. What do you do? How do you get paid? And yeah, comment below, let me know, boo. If you have any other questions, read the description box. I'll try to answer them in the comments as well. And remember to do you, be you, and stay true, boo.